You said something to me back then about working with Ego Boyo. Would you like to say it again?
So in 20, actually just found, I was looking for some documents and I saw the letter again. I think it was in 2015. She did the first Nigerian silent movie, A Hotel Called Memory. And she called me and said, oh, that she had a small role for me and she didn't have much in terms of money to pay, but they were going to put me up for the day and then they will feed me and then they'll transport me to and fro to set. I'm like, okay. So of course, when that I went back to my husband, I was like, this money is, I'm not going to do this thing. My husband said to me, he said, life is not all about money. See, you should know that. I'm like, yeah, but this hotel that they're going to put me up, they should just convert that. He said, can you just please enjoy the experience of how they want to treat you as an actor? So I was like, oh, right, okay. So I went, we signed the documents, blah, blah, blah. My part at the end was a very tiny part. All I had to do was sit down and cry like my whole world had come to the end. But not only did they, so all I had to do was drive myself to the hotel where it was a small, quaint boutique hotel. Her PA, or the person then who was in charge of the actors, was so, as in, I had to tell the girl that she should relax. Like, it's okay, I'm fine. I said, do you like the room? If you don't like the room, we can change it. I said, it's not just this night. He said, hey, but the other actor had come. I was like, it's okay. It's for one night. The room is fine. Okay, when I'm ready to eat, you'll come back. It was like, I was like, this pampering is okay. I can get used to this. It was really nice. And then wardrobe was taken care of, makeup was taken care of. They had let us know what the schedule was. We had looked through the schedule. The only thing was in the end, so we first shot on the island and we're going back to the mainland. And I live on the mainland. So I now said it didn't make sense to follow the crew bus to the island, to the mainland, and then come back to the island to now pick up my car. Is it okay to drive behind you guys? And then when we're done, and they were like, okay. But it was a really lovely experience for me. And then we also had, director was Akiyomotosho. Stella. He works out of South Africa, he still does. As in, it was one of my best experiences. And I really treasure the fact that somebody who had probably only seen me on stage once thought that she was doing a movie that was going to be groundbreaking and gave me a part in it. Stella. The other person that I use as a yardstick for my jobs is James Omokwe of Fimo. And he was the one who did Itura. They're fair. They're very thorough. And they do not beat around the bush. They do not beat it. Very professional. So I still use that. I use that. So anybody that comes to me, I use that as a yardstick. Are you as good as this person? And I also go back and give feedback. So after I've done the experience and blah, 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 first thing I ask each person. So I can ask the cameraman, what did you think? How did you think I did? I asked the executive producer, was it what you expected? How could I ask questions? And then I now say, hey, okay, so this is now my own feedback of my experience.
Okay, so what are those you won't work with again?
And normally I do not do that, but let me because my experience is different from somebody else's experience. But on a particular production, all the actors had the same experience. It was horrible. But because you have signed a contract, you will do your own bit, irrespective, right? And make sure that they see that you are a professional. But you see those particular people, if they like, let them come and offer me the Eiffel Tower. Never, because a chameleon is not a chameleon. A leopard does not change its spots. If you behaved a certain way 7 years ago and you're still doing the same thing now, you're not going to, in 2 years, you will still be doing the same thing. So let me just save myself the heartache. And you are not God, so you cannot block my shine.